Welcome back to Ghetto Garage. We're here to fix some rust. This is the new project. You see it? You see it? Huh? Looks good for my house. Wait, listen up, dude. Ghetto Garage is about to come on. I am a shade tree mechanic. Do not do what I do, and if you do what I do not go to the comments tell me I'm an idiot. I already know. Enjoy the video. Look at that rot hole. That's what's on today's agenda. And we're gonna fix it for a whopping $0. Well, you gotta have a welder, I guess, but you know what I mean. Before anybody asks, anybody wanna know what I'm using? Good old Harbor Freight titanium. It does do gas, but we are running it on electric feed, so it's an electric welder right now. We're not using no gas. Electric welder. It's flux core, damn it. That's what we're using. Work on it, laying on my back, twisting over. We're gonna jack this thing all the way up to Jesus. So let's get her jacked up. Looks like we got one of those Zinger cars. See if I can find one on the wall real quick. Yep, right there. Look at that. I mean, that car's probably a lot more valuable than this one. Only by a couple of dollars. Got her sitting up on the jack stands. We're gonna attack this with a wire wheel and just see how bad it really is. This thing ain't doing nothing. You know, this is really as bad as it looks, and we're gonna get her done up. We're gonna try to cut her maybe right in here, maybe a little bit underneath. Well, check her out. We got more rust. No way. How did I get so lucky? I should cut this off. There we go. So we cut off a couple of chunks of patches that we're gonna have to make. Now this is probably gonna be the easiest one here. We're gonna have to make a piece for right here that curves that way. Make something that can, you know, we got some curvatures to make. Kind of like building Legos, but then again, it's not, because Legos, you buy the kit and you get everything you need and they snap together. This, you buy the car, it has holes in it, you have to buy the pieces, you have to make the pieces, then you gotta weld in the pieces, then you have to grind down the pieces, then you have to smear the pieces, and then prime the pieces, and then paint the pieces. So yeah, it's not like Legos. Never mind. I wanna try to hit some of these bubbly spots and see if I'm gonna regret buying this car or not. Look at the sunshine glistening on my F100 over there. Looks beautiful. Please don't turn into a big hole. Please don't be a big hole. We have one little hole. Damn it. Can't have nothing nice. Not too shabby. Honestly, it's not too bad if you stare at it right here and you don't go in that direction, and if you don't go in that direction, it's not too bad. Got any huge holes up in here? Nope. I don't see nothing. Got some kind of funkiness going on there, like an Audi. The way these quarters are, you see the shine right there? It almost looks like the quarter's dented, but I think it's the way these bulge out that it sinks in right there and then like swoops back in a way. Ugh. Because we got the big bulge up here. That metal, you move metal around like that, it's got to go somewhere, so I think that's where the fold's going to be. I don't know what the hell that is. Something hit it from the inside somehow. You guys are curious on how I'm going to make these shapes. We're going to use cardboard, and we're going to template the other side before we cut the other side out, if we have to cut the other side out. So I don't think it's as bad, but it is looking pretty rough. We will get a piece of cardboard paper, and we will make this shape out of cardboard, and then we'll cut it out of metal. I don't know if we're going to have to replace this or not. I mean, it's pretty rusty. I don't know if there's holes in it. I think there's holes in here because from the other side, oh, got hooked on something. If you look to the other side in here, you can see those blobs. That is holes from where body filler has been filled in with from the other side. So there's holes in here. I'm assuming this car was wrecked right here at one point in its life, and they straightened it. I don't know if you kind of look at this stuff here. I don't know if that's bent, maybe. No, it's the way it's supposed to be. But yeah, something happened here for them to drill holes in it. Usually, in the old days, they would drill holes in a panel, and they'd yank on it, put a screw in it, and yank on it. So that's more than likely what we got going on here. We'll have to weld those up, grind them down, and hopefully this side won't rot out. I don't think it is. Like I said, you look through this over here. It's savable, I think. So overall, we got a couple holes in the car. Boom. We got one over there on that side. I did thought I had a cow panel. Do not have a cow panel. The guy sold it to somebody else. So we're gonna have to preserve this one, I guess, for a while. Just can't have nothing. The first piece we're gonna be making here is the little corner piece right here. I think it'll be the easiest to do first. So we're gonna just tack it in a couple spots. We're not gonna fully weld this thing in. I don't think I really see a reason to. Then we can seam seal everything and call it a done deal. Yep. Let's get to drawing. We're just gonna mark it out with some tape. It'll be the easiest thing to do. And we're gonna chop her out. Oh. There we go. Now we gotta figure out our curve on this that I want to make. It's a little toasty. Actually, that is not too bad where it's at. I think we're gonna burn that in right there. We got her tacked in a couple of spots. I'm gonna do more. I'm trying to think about how I'm gonna do this next piece because that's gonna be the challenge. I guess we could kind of trace that back in there. Have an idea of how far out we can be. We also have a curve. I guess we start making some template board. Got this big ass roll of cardboard right here. We're gonna cut some of it off. Got my paper. Let's see where things start to get a little bit interesting. I got the fattest Sharpie you could buy, which probably isn't going to help me at all. Yeah, I got to find something a little bit less fat. Got me a little bit of a special shape. We're gonna cut this out, test fit it, and then make it out of metal. You guys kind of getting the idea what we're doing here? Let's make it out of some metal. Got the piece cut out. The shape, it looks pretty awful, if I do say so myself. We gotta somehow bend this thing around too. Just used a hammer here and we twisted it around it. Yeah, I don't know if I kind of botched this patch, I'm not gonna lie. What in tarnation do I have going on here? A little bit of trimming, does that help any? What did I do? Why is it so bad? Sometimes you just gotta run with shit and make it work. Yeah, it probably looks horrible. I get it. But you know what? Seam sealer does a lot. I tell you what. Let me show you what we came up with so far. Yeah, we got our booger welded in, that's for sure. That's not a little bit of chassis saver and some seam sealer won't hide. Now we're gonna make the little fold that goes over this way about 1/2 of an inch. I gotta find it right here. Hell, it might even be a whole inch. Ugh. We're gonna measure how far over this piece goes. That is about 1/2 of an inch. Then we're gonna make one strip and go that way with it. That way when we make the outer patch, we'll can drill some holes at the bottom, put a couple spot welds, and we'll have her holding pretty tight. So about right there. Run me a line. Not that kind of line, guys. Come on now. I want to show you a trick, you guys. When you've been welding as long as I have with flux core and you don't know how to weld, this is how you weld stuff in. Sometimes you get lucky, and if you just launch it at the card, it just goes right on. Damn it, let me try that again. Oh shit. Where'd it go? Yeah. Nope. Let me try it again. Sometimes if you get lucky, damn it. Try it again. Sometimes if you get lucky, let me try something different. Sometimes if you get lucky, holy shit, it worked. No way, it worked. Now kick over my lights, I'm so excited. We got it all booger welded in down at the bottom. Look at that. Looking professional, isn't it? No? Yeah, I get it. I ain't no professional, but who are you gonna take advice from? The guy that's telling you gotta buy a parts card, you gotta cut the pieces out, you gotta have this, you gotta have that? Or are you gonna take advice from the guy that's poor, using an electric welder, using a bedside patch that's costing me $0 right now? Yeah, it's gonna be ugly, but we're gonna grind her down, put some chassis saver on it, seam seal it. It's gonna last a hell of a long time. I bet you it'll last a lot longer than these Chevys coming right off the Chevrolet lot. I'll tell you that. So now that we have that done, that leaves the last patch. I think we're gonna go ahead and make the template, and then, trying to think, that line's a little cockeyed, isn't it? It'll be all right. Make the last template, we'll get her cut out, maybe we cut it out of some metal as well, and then we'll grind all this up, put some chassis saver on it before we weld it in, because it's gonna be hell of a hard of a time. It's gonna be really hard to get in here when it's all welded up to try to paint in there. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. Oh my. This is the side I got to trace on. Then we're going to mirror it to the other side. And we'll go all the way up to this body line. I may end up cutting up there. And we almost got the right curvature. For right here anyhow. And we'll go all the way up to here. And then we're going to mark back in here. At least try to. Actually, I think we'll be able to grab my cardboard and flex on it. Flex on these hose. Now we have a line I can cut off. Okay. I gotta remember, this is a mirrored version of the other side. I think we're gonna come down to this line actually. How's that looking? It's looking pretty good, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. A little more trimming on this side. Oh, we do have a little bit of a rounded edge we gotta make. Okay. So now we should be able to mirror this to the other side. Now we're back over here, so this is actually gonna be flipped around this way. And if we cut off from the body line down, it's right here. Should be something about like that. You see we got the round side right here. I think we're gonna cut her off right at the body line. Or maybe I could stuff it in behind the body line. Then we'll have more fiberglass to fill in, that's the thing. I don't think this piece of patch that I've got left will be big enough. It might be, we'll see. No, it's way too small. So we're gonna have to source some metal tomorrow. And I got just the Volare door for it. We got some doors I posted on Marketplace that has not sold. So I'm gonna cut some metal out of them. Why the hell not? Otis, do you care if I cut some metal out of a door? Yeah, I didn't think so. Not done for the night, you guys. We're gonna get some metal out tomorrow. Cut her out. We're gonna get her welded in. Actually, we need to, now that we have this, we need to go ahead and address chassis saver on that. So we may make the metal tomorrow, chassis save it, and weld her in. I'm gonna go ahead and knock out the seam sealer tonight. I figured, why the hell not? I said seam sealer. I meant chassis saver. Damn, I'm an idiot. We got our brush and we got our paint. Let's go to town. I decided we're gonna take a piece of metal out of the rotted out hatch because we're gonna get a new one anyways. So we gotta get this cut out, then we'll go in the garage and start shaping it. Got the piece sitting in here. Got my fold where it needs to be. We're gonna lay this on here, stick everything inside my, whatever the hell this thing is, my metal brake, and bend the metal over. Essentially, that should give me the correct bendage that we need. Now this is either gonna work or it ain't. Wait a second. Doing this backwards. I have this patch for the other side. We gotta flip all this stuff over. Glad I just caught that. So this bend needs to be on this side, because we're mirroring it. We can't do it exactly the same as the other side. Damn, I'm a genius. Here goes nothing. I don't think we needed a full 90 either. We could always bend it some more. Look at that. Let me go test fit real quick. I still haven't made the decision yet if I want to go behind the panel like so. If we do that, then we're going to have to cut some of this corner off or cut some of this side off. We gotta go back some more. Or maybe not. Maybe it'll go right up in there like so. We're just gonna cut her off. Right at the body line. We're gonna trim this side down too. No going back now. Let's start burning her in. Damn, I just shocked myself. What the hell? I think I need to grab a magnet. It's just like my intro, guys. I am an idiot. Got her all booger welded up. We're gonna let it cool down for a while, and then we'll grind everything down. We still have one last piece to make up in here of my wheel arch. Gotta have it. Can't believe in the big old hole in there. Fill the seam sealer. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side with some cardboard, and we're gonna cut her out. Got the perfect piece cut out and some cardboard. Now we gotta transfer over some metal, and we're gonna get her done. Got our piece all made up. We're gonna do a little magic trick. Get her, abra-dabber, cadabra, weld her in. Holy shit, it worked. Look at that. Look at them booger welds. We have about 14 days and 3 hours of grinding down to do, and then we can put it in some fiberglass filler. Remember, you guys, it's probably not the right way, but take advice from the guy that's getting the shit done, that's out in the garage doing the work, and getting the car back on the road and fixing up holes. We're gonna get her back on the road. That's all that matters. Half-ass looking decent. If you guys think this looks bad, I mean, hell, look at the quarters on the wagon. I made both of these quarters from here down, out of doors. That is a door in that, both quarters actually. There's dirt nibs in some of them, but can you tell that those were all burger welded in? Huh? 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 That's what I thought. I didn't think so. Well. We got her all grinded up. I drilled some holes up on the bottom, plugged them in. You know, guys, I'm going to call this good to go for some fiberglass filler. We got a bunch of holes, but that ain't nothing fiberglass ain't scared of. You know, it's going to be perfect. I'm sure if you look to this side, you're going to see a million holes. Oh, my God. Looks pretty rough. We'll have to hit it with wire wheel and put some chassis saver on the backside. That's all we're probably going to do to it. And then maybe put some seam sealer over it. Overall, not too shabby, you guys. So there you have it. We fixed that rust right there for a whopping $0, other than the cost of the welder and some flux core and some sandpaper. You know what I mean? And some cutoff wheels. You got to have the tools to do the job, but didn't have to buy no patches. We just scrounged up what we had laying around the garage. We made it happen. You know, we got some fiberglass filler we're going to have to smear on her and sand her in and, you know, do all that stuff, but that's part of the process. We got her done, you guys, and we got her pretty damn good, I'd say. Well, needs a little bit of body work. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy the Capri build, hit the subscribe button, share to your friends and buddies, all that good stuff. Keep coming back. We're going to get this car painted up. I did pick a color out, but I ain't telling you guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace!